Guess who's back? Back again. Blaze is back. Tell a friend. Hello, everybody. It is I, Blaze from Blazing Flame Studio, back again for the road to #1 Keqing, and also the next day, well, whatever amount of time this constitutes to, of the new event. We are going to start out with the new event, move over to the road to #1 Keqing. So, let us activate the time thing. Time after time. We'll just do it at sunrise. Why not? I see no problems with this. No problems at all. And then the sound of nothing but the tick-tock of the clock. Alright, where are we going? Lesson born of guilt. Ah, we're expanding on this. Interesting. I'm going the... Wait, no, I'm going the right way. Nyland's over here. Where am I going? Ah, wait, nope, that's the Stadium of Sacred Flame. For the main event, where's the side event? Ah, there we go. Hello, Aoife. Sup, bro? How you doing? Hang 10?
Try and stop me!
Let me guess, what we have isn't enough? Sheena.
Oh, here you are, Keqing.
Are you turning evil still?
Oh, hey. I had some time on my hands, so I decided to bring Io over to check on Melray and Nyan. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine.
Katrina, have you been turning evil lately?
Huh? What makes you ask?
You've been somewhat evilish. Distracted ever since we got these crystals.
Well, you seemed a bit down after the exhibition match, so we're kinda worried about you. Thanks, Traveler and Paimon. I'm okay, really. I mean, it's hard to explain. I've just been feeling a bit lost. Despite losing the pilgrimage so many times, what kept me going was the belief that someday I'd win and earn a spot in the Night Warden Wars. So when I finally did, I was over the moon. I mean, things didn't exactly go as planned.
You died,
and
Kajina.
you and the others had to rescue me from the Night Kingdom. Still, I achieved my dream. But after the happiness wore off, I felt hollow. I didn't know what to aim for next, or what I should work toward.
Just be the best you that you can be, Kachina.
Then the Bloomflower trials came around, and I could fight alongside everyone again. But when the exhibition match ended, I suddenly realized that everyone had real-life responsibilities to return to. Everyone, that is. Except for me.
As an adult, enjoy your childhood, Kachina. You've already been through enough trauma. You deserve some time to just be you.
And that got me thinking. Am I the only one who's still like a kid? The only one who's left with so much free time on their hands? Who's never really grown up?
Have you seen Mualani? Yes, she works a store, but every time we end up seeing her, there's a cutscene involving the hot springs. I'm just saying.
So that's what's been bothering you, huh? Huh? You mean everyone feels like this at some point? I thought it was just because I hadn't been working hard enough.
Why do I feel like Kachina will end up wanting to be a doctor?
Oh, I see. Thank you, Traveler.
Enjoy being a kid, Kachina.
If you think about it, this is a good thing. Not knowing what you want means the future's still full of possibilities, right? When Paimon can't decide what she wants for dinner, she gets to imagine all kinds of delicious dishes. But if someone told her, "You're eating this tonight," kinda spoils the anticipation. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Even you have your moments of wisdom, Paimon.
Hey! Stop underestimating Paimon like that, would ya?
Oh, looks like you guys beat me to it.
Yeah.
Is the little guy feeling any better?
Excuse me? Would ya? Is Aoife running off? Is he kind of rubbing off on you there, Paimon?
Greenicy Lolly! Hello!
Hello. I didn't have much going on at the moment, so I thought I'd check in on our patient.
Milray's been in a deep sleep this whole time. It's just as Aoife said. We'll need to gather all the sacred flame crystals before we can help him.
Also, I guess I was wrong. Keqing's not turning evil. Yet.
I imagine you're right. By the way, you haven't run into any trouble lately, have you?
Like Keqing may be turning evil? No.
When we discussed the sacred flame crystals after the exhibition match ended, everyone else looked happy. But you seem to have something on your mind. A baseless rumor, but a fearful-sounding one all the same. Fear stems from the unknown, so the more cryptic the hearsay, the more panic it spreads.
Wait, are the crystals actually dangerous? Then what about Milray?
Mawika was right. Even if trouble does come our way, she'll handle it. Still, there must be a story behind the Bloomflower trials being stopped. It is said that something happened the last time they were held. Since you're concerned, why don't we look into it? I'm sure we'll still be able to find scrolls from back then over at the Masters of the Nightwind.
Let's go. You coming, Keqing?
Can I come along?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to help.
I don't see why not. Come, let's head over to my place. We should leave this little Tepetlosaur to rest.
Agreed. And away we go. Medicine born of guilt. See ya. You put this here, like maybe I should say something? Oh, Milray's awake. Okay. Glad I did that. To the Masters of the Nightwind! Probably should at least unlock one teleport waypoint while I'm here.
Rev the engine.
And grab that.
Oh, check it out! The graffiti on the wall is glowing! Masters of the Nightwind. And by the looks of it, Masters of Nightlife, too.
If you couldn't tell, I haven't technically been here for an event.
Try and stop me.
Nope.
Wonder if we're allowed in here. Oh, the door opened all by itself. Taking that as a yes? Aw, the Tommysaur from earlier. It's really here.
Yeah, got stuck in a cutscene trying to get to see Lolly's place. We will be back on our regularly scheduled event momentarily.
Then let's go introduce ourselves.
Can I move now? Thank you.
Try and stop me.
And we're back. Sorry about that momentary confusion, everybody. See Lolly? Wait, what? No. Wait, yes. Where the heck am I going? Am I going in there? Dagnabbit, I think I am. Well, this is... How am I going to get past the Ichthyosaur? Well, okay, hold on. There's still...
Hello there. Okay. Probably doesn't understand what we're saying. Doesn't look like any cogs are turning in there.
That's just rude. Uh-huh.
Whoops, sorry. No offense intended.
Japanese, why are you bowing? It's a very Japanese samurai bow kind of thing.
You there! You dare disrespect our elder?
Go get her.
Oh, you mean... Oh, I see. Sorry, my mistake. Apparently you are here by invitation. In which case, it's my job to make you feel welcome. Some introductions are in order. I am Koholam, one of the priests of our tribe.
Hi.
And this is our Iktomisaur elder, the great Tlapokpokteets a living totem among the Masters of the Nightwind.
Whoa, that's quite a tongue twister?
In truth, we usually go with Elder Tlapo for short. You're welcome to do the same. Ah, I assume you're referring to our Elder's special ability. Elder Tlapo has been alive for many centuries and harbors secrets that even we priests are at a loss to explain. So your reaction is entirely natural. But one thing I can say for sure is that Elder Tlapo has appointed the two of you to an extremely important task. For this reason, I would like to ask you to undergo a test.
What sort of task? And what kind of test?
If it's all right with you, I'll take you to see our chief. He's in a much better position to answer your questions.
Okay, sure.
Very well. Then please follow me.
Can I do my event, please?
You can use this scroll to go directly to the obsidian altar, where the chief is. Don't worry, it's just one of the many mystical abilities of our tribe.
I had someone gather up all the woven
Thank you.
scrolls from that era. Maybe we'll find some leads we can follow.
There's that many? Oh, this is gonna take forever.
Speed reading, Paimon.
Come on. Less whining, more reading. If we split them up, we'll finish in no time.
Agreed. Inquisitively. Paimon, these scrolls are bigger than you. Are you helping, Chief? Or Priest? Paimon, that's a wall.
Why have you stopped? Did you notice something strange? There will always be tensions. But the intensity has changed. Usually the Pyro Archon tries their best to prevent intertribal disputes from escalating. But not every Archon has done that as well as Mawika. Also, given that our Archons live only as long as mortals, the transitional periods can be fraught with challenges.
I don't know why, but Lumine seems very... This expression is very thoughtful. It doesn't do, like, it's not a very... How do I put? You could take this as a very blank stare, but I think with this context, it's very much giving an inquisitive or a pondering or a thoughtful look.
Far fewer conflicts have ended in bloodshed over the past few centuries. Whenever I read through these scrolls...
And we're showing them to a child. Also, I think Kachina found something.
Unimaginable our lives would seem to people back then.
Hey, come check this out. This one seems to mention the Bloomflower trials.
Oh? Let me see.
Are we gonna pick it up?
A curious coincidence indeed. It seems like the last Bloomflower trials were also held to save the life of an ailing Saurian.
Huh? Was it the same illness as Milrace?
The scroll doesn't say, but it seems likely. Strange. It's very unusual for such records to be so sparse on details. The scroll only vaguely alludes to two things. Firstly, that the Bloomflower trials were held to save a sick little Saurian. Secondly, that they seem to have failed. And that the chief of the Flower Feather clan had a major falling out with his younger brother. And later on, his brother left the tribe and lived as a recluse. That's all it says.
Maybe it was his Saurian companion that died.
But that basically tells us nothing! You know, except that the person who weaved this scroll must have been slacking off on the job.
Sacred flame crystals having the power to beguile human hearts. Is this where that's from?
Interesting.
Looks like we'll have to approach this from another angle. I'll go take a look through some even older scrolls. Surely the trials were held more than once.
Seeing as that scroll just now mentioned the Flower Feather clan, I think I could go ask Chief Mutota. And what's our next move? Any other leads we can follow?
True.
A certain Kukasaur? Who told you that? Oh, Aoife's assistant, Kakuku, must have told you, right? I heard he sometimes translates for the other Saurians.
That makes sense.
Alright then. I'll look into those ancient scrolls, Kachina can head over to the Flower Feather clan, and you two can track down that Kukasaur. Let's split up and meet back here later.
Time to find a Kukasaur. Let me out. Nyan. Oh, Nyan. I need to learn about the Kukasaur. Where do I find the Kukasaur? Is it true the Kukasaur is cuckoo?
Full throttle!
Hello. No, I need to... Oh. Agressa Anson. Oh.
Feeling hungry? I just picked these from the orchard. Go on, have some. Taking care of a patient like you're doing is hard work. If you need more, there's plenty more where that came from. Go on, have
Yes, we'll
some.
hear all of this.
Taking care of a patient like you're doing is hard work. Don't wear yourself out with worry, okay?
Now what happens if I indulge the Leptosaur? Do that same conversation.
Feeling hungry?
No. Alright, cool.
Go on,
Tried.
if you need more.
I didn't know if Nyan might have a response here. Alright, head to the location. That we somehow know, despite that vague description. Flower Feather Clan. Flower Feather Clan. Over here. Sure. I knew that. Hey, Mualani. Kanish. How you doing?
Shh. So, everyone got that? They'll never see this coming. We'll catch them totally off guard.
Leave it to us. We'll show them what we're made of.
Reindeer.
Mualani, Keqing, what are you doing here? Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you. You nearly scared the life out of me. Just between us, we're discussing our strategy for the next half of the exhibition match. But as for the details, those will have to stay a secret. After all, we'll be competing against you this time.
What about you guys? You seem like you're in a hurry. Has something happened?
We're on the trail of an extremely rare and elusive Kukusaur. Rare and elusive? In that case, we can help with the search. That description of the location's way too vague. The scenery around here is all pretty much the same. Without anyone to help out, it'll take you forever. What does the Kukusaur look like? Nothing more specific. Alright, well in that case, let's split.
I'll check the higher ground and see if anyone over at the Flower Feather
Hey,
Clan has
Obi-Wan,
any
you got
ideas.
this.
I'll follow the river then.
Sounds like it's my time to shine. As Keqing will tell you, I'm a born hunter with the eyes of a hawk.
I haven't got anywhere else to be either. I'll take a stroll nearby and see if I can spot anything.
Awesome, thanks everyone! Don't mention it. Anyway, we'd better get going. Catch you in a bit.
Yeah, we're still going to be the ones to find it. Is there anywhere I can indwell with a Saurian? Anywhere at all. Anywhere at all. need to dwell with a Saurian to talk to them. Or not.
Rev the engines!
Anything on your end, Keqing?
Nope.
Me neither. Kukasaurs all look so similar. They all look light and floaty to me. I mean, what could possibly be lighter and floatier than a pair of wings?
I didn't find anything either. How about you guys?
Sorry, Traveler and Paimon. We couldn't find that Kukasaur you're after. Are you in a hurry to find him? If you need a hand, I can come back and join the search again tomorrow. Okay, well, if you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out. That's what friends are for, after all.
Thanks, Moalani.
I've told my friends over at the Flower Feather Clan to keep an eye out. If they see anything, they'll let you know. So, what's your next move? Alright, I'll update them.
Come to think of it, Auroron could probably rig up a few traps and snag him that way.
Terrible idea.
It's not like Auroran's traps can catch just anything, you know.
You never know. Might as well ask him if you get the chance. Anyway, we'll be heading back now. Best of luck. Okay then, see you later.
What if it's friends with Auroran? Oh, right. I was supposed to unlock a teleport waypoint when I was over here, but I got distracted by the random cutscene triggering.
Full throttle!
There we go. What's that about, Kachina?
Let me think.
Kachina, Seat Lolly, what's up? We haven't managed to find anything. No one seems to know what actually happened back then.
Any luck with your mysterious Kukasaur? In that case, I'd suggest we set this aside for now. It would be great if we could get to the bottom of this, but not every historical mystery can be unraveled. We must also learn to live with the unknown. Just remember, as long as we stick together, no challenge will ever be too great.
Yeah, I'm sure everything will work out. Still, after all this investigating, it feels a bit disappointing to come up empty-handed.
Whew. Finally, dudes. Found you.
Aoife, what brings you here?
Keqing mentioned you were on the lookout for a Kukasaur. Just so happens a strange Kukasaur has been following me the past few days. No clue why, but this dude's been on my tail ever since I got back from the Children of Echoes. Not gonna lie to you, bro, it's kind of freaky. His footsteps are totally silent, and after dark, all you can see is a silhouette. So I didn't even realize he was there until Kakuku suddenly flipped out last night when he went for a drink. His squawking woke me up, and that's when I finally spotted a shadowy shape outside the window.
That sounds terrifying.
I could tell it was a
Is
little
that the wind,
Kukasaur
Paimon?
shape. After observing him more closely, I figured out that he'd been following me the whole time, but that he'd just been too quiet to notice. Not sure if that's the dude you're looking for, but if so, you're more than welcome to get him off my back. The sooner the better.
Wait a second. Does that mean...
He was here?
Yep, dude's probably hiding right behind that tree.
You go get me to do a job.
It's okay. I've got this.
Oh.
What the? How is that even? Guys, get over here, quick! There's nothing scary about this. It's just...
Ghost!
Wait, surely that's not... Wait, shouldn't he have returned to the ley lines? Haven't they been fixed?
there are many possible reasons, but right now it seems that our priority is...
So why have you been tailing me, bro? If it's treatment you want, can't do much for you, man. Sorry.
He ran off. Do you think he wants us to follow him? Oh, if only we had a Kugathosaurus on hand. Hey, that's a good point. Where is Kakuku today?
He was so spooked last night that he rattled through every single word he's ever learned and then fainted. He was still out cold when I left.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's just follow him. It looks like he wants to take us somewhere.
But after we teleport. Yeah, that's pretty far.
Try and stop me!
Oh, is this going to be the Kukasaur that died?
Looks like he's finally stopped.
Why have you brought us here?
So, is there something buried here, or what? You want us to dig it up?
These are... woven scrolls, yes. Albeit very crudely made, and heavily time-worn as a result. Still, they're just about legible. They seem to document the very last Bloomflower trials that took place centuries ago? But why would these be here? Come, let's read them together. These might just contain the answers we've been searching for this whole time.
So, have you figured out a way to save him?
Indeed, I have. As far as I can tell, we need ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals. That's about it.
That's great news. Don't worry, little guy. You'll be better in no time.
Well, it's not every day that the chief himself drops by to check in on your Saurian buddy. Not so busy these days, huh?
You know I'd come even if I was. You're my brother, man. I heard you've been beside yourself since Antu fell ill, so I was worried about you.
I mean, Antu means the world to me. I promised to stay by his side until the day he's fully grown, ready to spread his wings and soar freely through the skies. I mean, with him around, I've never felt lonely traveling through Natlan. Sometimes he's happy, and other times he's sad. Sometimes he has tantrums, but then he'll curl up beside me when I'm down. And right now, he needs me more than ever. I'll draw upon everything I've ever learned to help him get through this.
I salute your courage and wisdom, brother.
Fist bump.
But these sacred flame crystals you mentioned, are you sure they'll do the job?
Well, I've studied the essence of the sacred flame and read various related scrolls. Sacred flame crystals are born from intertribal conflict. Back when the tribes were somewhat united, they would occasionally hold Bloomflower trials in order to obtain them.
Seems like I've still got lots to learn, despite being chief. So, how can we use them? Is it really worth holding a whole competition just to get our hands on some?
Research on sacred flame crystals has been patchy to say the least, so there's never been a definitive conclusion. What we know for sure is that they can be used to treat certain chronic phlogiston-related illnesses. Others also say that they can be used to enhance a warrior's strength. There's something.
Enhance a warrior's strength?
It's speculative at best. We need to analyze an actual specimen to know for sure. As far as I'm concerned, as long as they can be used to cure Antu's illness, that's enough. Nothing else matters.
So you asked the chiefs of all the tribes to send people to take part in a scaled-down version of the Bloomflower trials? Remarkable that they agreed, given it wasn't so long ago that we were at each other's throats. Tensions are running high right now. If I were you, I wouldn't have had the courage to even ask.
I know, but I had no other choice. Fortunately, I've treated patients from every tribe, so the chiefs agreed as a way of returning the favor. With all this ongoing strife, it's been a long time since we've worked together on anything. This might be a good chance for reconciliation. Fighting side by side for a common cause? That's the way Natlan was always meant to be.
Let's hope so. By the way, what's with all this baggage? Heading out on a long journey or something?
I'm heading out to search for ocean zephyrs. In the meantime, I'll leave the trials in your capable hands. Just please make sure it all goes smoothly.
Got you covered.
Come on, that goes without saying. Rest assured, I'm your brother after all.
Thank you.
I'm sure nothing will go horribly wrong
Be
here.
good while I'm gone, okay? Once I return with the ingredients, you'll be back on your feet and running around in no time.
Himara!
Poor
How could you
Kagura.
stoop so low, ambushing us on the field like that?
Ambushing? You've no one but yourself to blame for underestimating us. So what's all this fuss about?
Even if that was remotely true, your guys went way over the line. 7 of our warriors were so badly injured that they're still out cold as we speak. The Flower Feather clan must compensate us for our losses. Hand over the sacred flame crystals.
And what, we'll hand him over after all that? Just because you waggled some fingers and said some angry words?
Didn't you claim that we're holding these trials to save a sick Saurian? Take what's necessary for the treatment, then return us the rest.
Say something, Amara. We're not leaving until you give us some answers.
If the other elders were here, they wouldn't waste their time on such puerile questions. If anything, I just wish we'd managed to collect more crystals. There are always people who think they're so clever. So many contestants were just pocketing the ones they got in the trials. I'll bet your chiefs all have sweet little personal stashes too, huh? Everyone was in a frenzy, snatching the crystals up wherever and whenever they could. We're hardly the only winners. I wouldn't even call us the biggest ones.
You what?
I get it now. Snatching the spoils while using the Bloomflower trials to weaken the other tribes. You planned this all along. Ugh, that Nampol. Can't believe I trusted him.
The Children of Echoes will not forget this. Let's go!
Brother, where's Antu?
Oh, you're back. Come, sit down. I'll explain everything.
Look, no need for that. I only came back to ask. Are the rumors true?
Rumors? What rumors?
That the Bloomflower trials spiraled into an all-out bloodbath. sparking a heated dispute among the chiefs. And that no one was bothered in the slightest about Antu. By the time anyone noticed, he was already gone. How could you lie to me, Amara? You promised you'd make sure the Bloomflower trials went smoothly. Why would you resort to such underhanded tactics?
You think I had a choice? As soon as one person broke the rules, the whole thing became a free-for-all. Playing by the rules gets you nowhere in this world. If I hadn't taken things into my own hands, another tribe would have just swooped in and seized the winnings for themselves. These sacred flame crystals, they have limitless potential. I, for one, wouldn't miss a chance to strengthen our tribe.
I won't debate ethics with you. Where are the sacred flame crystals? Give me some. I'm going to search for Antu.
I've put them all into our research.
You did what?
I did set some aside for Antu in the beginning, but he ran off, didn't he? So there was no longer any need. He's your companion, yes, but the life of a single Saurian is nothing compared to the future of our tribe.
Hear, hear. You've certainly proven yourself a worthy chief, Imara. Your name will no doubt be etched into the hearts of the Flower Feather clan for generations to come. Just remember this. No excuses can hide the harm your greed has inflicted. All the hope and trust that that little guy placed in you, placed in me, you'll never know what that feels like.
Wait, Nampal! Where are you going?
Antu! Antu! Antu, it's me! Please! Answer me!
Here comes Antu.
Antu, are you okay? Oh, look at you out here all on your own. I'm so sorry, Antu. This is all my fault. I'll think of another way. After that, I left the Flower Feather clan and lived here on this hill with Antu. He was running out of time. I took him from tribe to tribe, begging them to spare some sacred flame crystals, our last hope.
Welcome, Zoo. Apologies if I'm getting the name wrong.
Anymore. I begged them again and again, enduring sneers, insults, even beatings. Until finally, Antu's time came. In those last few days, he seemed consumed by an overwhelming sorrow. And then I realized it wasn't just the sickness weighing him down, no. Remorse filled his gaze. I remember once,
Doing well
over at the
yourself?
Children of Echoes, someone approached us with a sacred flame crystal, flaunting it before quickly putting it away.
Ah, this is what you're after, is it? Dream on. Go beg your brother for some. How many did he snatch up for himself? He's the one who put you up to this whole I'm a victim charade, wasn't he? I don't buy it. What are you? You little vulture!
For some reason, Antu harbored a deep and intense hatred for the sacred flame crystals. Whenever he saw one, he would muster up every last ounce of his dwindling strength in trying to destroy it. It wasn't until years after Antu's death that I finally guessed at the truth. He must have witnessed people fighting over the crystals without comprehending why. Unable to fathom how those once cheerful humans had turned from best of friends to worst of enemies, he concluded that they must have been corrupted by the sacred flame crystals themselves. In Antu's eyes, the only reason they'd started collecting sacred flame crystals in the first place had been to save his life. If I hadn't been there, none of this would have ever happened. He carried this guilt with him until the very end. I too shall be bound by guilt for the rest of my days. If only I had taken part in the trials myself. If only I'd seen the greed in Amara's eyes, or even came back just a little bit sooner. But the past cannot be undone. I have immersed myself in the study of medicine and spent my life healing all kinds of Saurians. I buried Antu here on this hill, where I too one day shall rest. Before my own time comes, I have recorded all of this on these crudely woven scrolls in the belief that the truth should not lie buried. May those who come long after us learn from our errors, lest they repeat them. May the Natlan of their day be united as one, free once and for all from bloodshed and strife.
That was deep.
Medicine born of guilt. So the non-pole from the scrolls was Aoife's ancestor? And that little Kukusaur spirit was once his Saurian companion?
Seems so. That's why he's been following you around, Aoife. Even though he doesn't like appearing in front of anyone else, he senses something familiar in you. No wonder there weren't any records of the last Bloomflower trials. If anything corrupts the human heart, it's greed. And who'd want to immortalize the memory of a scandal by which all 6 tribes were tainted? The bitter irony is that the sacred flame crystals turned out to be nowhere near as miraculous as they believed. All that scheming, after what proved to be nothing more than a hollow fantasy.
Hey, where's that little Kukusaur gone? Look, over there! Do you think he's sad? Or maybe he's lost in his memories?
I'll go hang out with him for a bit.
Thanks. I might need a breather over here. A regret lingering for centuries. Unfolding like this before my eyes. Can't believe I'm just now hearing my ancestor's story. Now I know why we became vets too. I gotta think this through. What should I do? What can I even do?
I'll find some time to take these scrolls back to the Masters of the Nightwind. Just like Nampol said, the truth shouldn't stay buried.
Poor Antu.
Poor Antu, poor Aoife. Hey, little Kukusaur. Are we gonna turn into a Saurian? Yep. Come on, little guy. me give you a ride on a motorcycle.
Never thought I'd have the chance to meet my ancestor Saurian companion. It's a pretty cool feeling. Wouldn't you say so, bro?
Can he understand what you're saying?
Kinda. I can pick up on Antu's vibes, just like he catches ours, but that's pretty much it. That's just how it is with Saurian companions. You have to spend a lot of time together to develop an intuitive bond. If my ancestor were here, I'm sure they'd vibe way easier.
In other words, he wouldn't understand even if we discussed everything that went on back then in front of him, right? I'm not even sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think it's probably better if he doesn't understand. I know that running from your problems isn't the way to solve them, and that we should face up to the challenges in our lives. But even if we told him the truth, wouldn't it only distress him more than he already is?
That's right. The people responsible, the ones who should have apologized to him, are no longer around. All the truth would do is tear open old wounds and sadden him all over again.
I would also argue, however, that you could at least tell him that it wasn't you. But I guess in this current fantasy or line of thought, it's not his fault anyway. But he does think that the crystals were brought about because of him.
Isn't there anything we could do to help him forget his sorrow and find hope once more?
Just like Nampol, I've spent a lot of time studying Saurian psychology. They can be a bit slow sometimes, but they're razor sharp at others. They don't get complex human language, but they get a lot just from reading our eyes. In short, young Saurians are just like children. On one hand, they rely on their human companions. On the other, they really want to prove their worth. Helping people makes them happy, and feeling like a burden makes them sad. So, the best move isn't to get stuck on the truth of what happens, but to help make his current wishes come true.
Save Milray.
His wishes?
For example, Antu, you decided to stay here because of Milray and Nyan, right? You're a smart kid. Sacred flame crystals are bad, bad things that cause endless arguments among good friends. But now, after hundreds of years, we finally found a way to beat them. Will you join forces with us to cleanse the evil inside them so we can save your buddy together?
Interesting approach. You want to turn a lie into the truth, huh?
Actually, I didn't really understand either. Is there really some kind of evil power inside the sacred flame crystals?
Oh, dear child. Come. Let Granny explain it to you.
Oh, I get it now. Okay, I'll do my best.
Not so fast. Hate to break it to you, but the three of us can't make this happen. Let's meet up at the stadium in 2 days. We'll spread the word and see who's willing to play along. As for making Antu understand, Kakuku can help out. They'll have an easier time communicating.
Alright, part 2 done. We shall finish this up either... I don't think it's going to be currently available, so it'll probably be in either tomorrow or the day after is my guess when part 3 will release. Let's see if I'm right in that regard. Yep, tomorrow. And we're going once again on about an hour. So rather than continue the road to number 1 Keqing today, I think we'll end the event and do the road to number 1 Keqing tomorrow. Make it a little bit of a longer stream, I think. That being the case, everybody, thank you once again for watching. And until next time, this is Blaze from Blazing Flame Studio.